What does the doctor say? Oops.
Yeah, I guess. There's not really much they can do. Anyway, guys, let's get started.
Why did you tell us a really sad thing before we started?
We were sitting down to record the episode, and Kev goes, actually, just before we start, can I tell you guys something super sad? We kind of thought it was like a bit, like maybe it was going to be a bit of a cold open. He just told us a genuinely sad thing about family, and then was like, anyway, guys, so that's a bit of that.
Thanks, man. That's really fucking sad. On what is already kind of a sad occasion. The second last episode of the show ever. I think that a lot of people...
Is it the second last? I don't know the rollout of
this.
these.
Is the third last, but
The third last. Okay.
we're recording 2 today.
So I think that a lot of people did not watch the full episode last week and might have be fucking shocked to hear
No.
that the show is ending.
The show is no more. Well, no, that's not true. It's happening now.
Yeah, the
You're
show
listening
is,
to it.
and the present is the only time that matters. So if you're listening to this in 2035, the show still is here.
Live
in your ears.
in the now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're currently
Amplify the now.
a great reference to our radio listeners back in the day on Triple M Modern Digital.
Thank you very much to the bloke who listened.
How are you feeling about the pod ending?
Very sad. I read all of the comments and I had a little cry on the last episode.
But I agree,
Yeah.
I was sad.
Yeah.
But I'm still reeling from Dog on Pod.
Dog on Pod. Dog on Pod was good. Yeah.
Like overjoyed by how
Dog on
I
Pod
felt.
was
Like
so good.
these the
Hang on. You guys are talking about Dog on Pod?
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
What's this?
what's happening?
Just wait.
Oh my god, is it gonna get? It's not gonna happen. Keelan, I don't think I can handle what I think is about to happen.
Just wait.
Is this a really long build-up?
God, I hope you've. I think you've. I think he's played the wrong audio.
Wow.
I haven't, have I?
I think you've played the original audio that you've downloaded.
Thank God this show is ending.
Wow, dude. What is it called?
Wait, he literally has one job.
No, this is
For
Tyler's fault. This is Tyler's fault.
Okay. Bloody intern. You know what, Tyler? Don't worry about coming in next week. You're out of here.
That's so
Just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Keep what going? It's all like my teeth hurt. You know what? Someone told me if I sleep on my side too much, I'm going to fuck up the inside of my lips, and that's what I'm feeling now.
Don't you have to sleep on your back because you're a sleep apnea machine?
Yeah.
You're like Darth Vader.
Yeah. But I can sleep on my side, I've discovered, and I've been relishing that. But now I'm paying the price.
Did you figure out
What are you
what went
doing?
wrong? What was the error that was made?
Exactly.
He didn't save it to where I thought it would be saved.
Right.
Hang on, I
So-
saved it, so you didn't ask me where it was.
Yeah.
Did you just put on our little soundboard epic?
What's happening?
What's happening?
Would you like me to pretend that mistake never happened?
Yeah, let's restart.
Okay.
And
I am-
can someone say Dog on Pod again?
I am still reeling,
I was a little sad. I read the comments and then cried.
but I was still reeling from Dog on Pod.
Did you just
Yeah,
say
that
Dog
was
on
good.
Pod?
I said Dog on Pod. Is this the right one? Oh my god, it's gonna happen again. You're kidding me. Holy shit! The dog is back on the pod for audio listeners. Bobby is on the table.
Down.
Holy shit.
Good girl.
Literally, wow.
Wow.
I think Dog on Pod just broke
Good girl.
8 local council rules about noise restrictions,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
That's fine because that's what the show is.
The cops come.
Yeah.
You'll be like, cop on pod. Cop on.
And they're on the pod too. That's awesome.
Dude, I love Dog on Pod so much. This is Dog on Pod, Dog Pod Strikes Back.
This
the
is
sequel.
This really is the sequel.
Do you think it will be like a Star Wars where most people regard this as the highlight?
I think so. I think this is...
Do you think Return of
Dude,
the Dog
can
Pod?
we just acknowledge how fucking sick my dog is? Where I
Yeah.
put her on a table and she's like, I guess this is where I live now. And she's accepted her fate. She's not upset about it. She's not excited about it. She's just here.
She's just on the pod. Oh,
Dog on pod. And we love that, don't we, Bobby?
Bobby's grown a lot.
Yeah, she's
That's
gotten
what happens to dogs.
fucking huge, man. She's gotten so big. She was a little baby, now she's like a 35-kilo monster. Watch out, kids.
Such a relaxed dog.
Yeah, I've really been trying to get her to like calm down and relax and just be cool with stuff, and she's come a long way.
But she's cool with being on the pod.
Yeah, I think at first, if you go back to the last episode where it was her first appearance on the pod, she was quite shocked and she was like, I'm not so sure about this. But now look at her cool, calm and collected.
Pretty cool. Like most time, like particularly like how old's Bobby?
She's 9 months.
Yeah. So most people's child star, they would kind of let that go to their head. Like Lindsay Lohan, it did not turn out as well as Bobby has from
No.
Dog on Pod.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a real diva. Britney Spears, look at her.
Can't wait for Bobby fully loaded.
Yeah. Can't wait to Bobby to like upload videos of her with her tits out on the beach, just jumping around. Can we talk about the Free Britney movement and acknowledge that?
Was she a child
Wait.
star? I wouldn't call her a child star.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Like Toxic? With the taste of your lips.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
she was-
really?
Yeah, she was a teen
Yeah,
star,
okay.
I would say.
One of the first preteens to get heavily sexualized by the mainstream media.
Right.
Yeah, the OG. Can we talk about the Free Britney movement? I don't think it was a mistake to free her from her current the holders.
You think it was a mistake?
I think the movement got it slightly wrong, right? I think it should have been transfer Britney. You know? 'Cause
Transfer her to better care.
because there's bad prisons
Yeah.
and then there's good rehabilitative prisons, right? But at the end of the day, some people just need to be prisoners.
Oh my god!
I'm not saying she should be treated poorly. I'm saying that now she's posting her tits on Instagram and dancing around and
It's all right. What are they going to do? Cancel us? Oh, fine. We'll end the pod.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why that's why these hot takes are just ending the show.
It's good to be back.
It's great to be back.
We appreciate everyone's correspondence during the week. A lot
really
of messages. We've both been trying to respond. Well, I don't know
Yes.
if you have, but I've been trying to
Yeah.
respond to as many as possible. And so many comments that we've read, and very, in a good way, genuinely upsetting.
Yeah, very, very,
So
very,
that's
very
but
sad.
but in a nice way.
In a nice way. Yeah, it's cool to kind of see the impact of the show that has made. Like a lot of people, so many comments were like, I've never written a comment before, but this is what the show meant to me.
So many silent watchers I found out.
Yeah, and I read that and I thought, man, we could have used your support because now look at what's happened because you didn't speak up and tell everyone how good the show
If
is.
the
and
show
it's
was-
ending and it's your fault.
If the show was twice as big, we'd be pushing on.
That's not true. That's
No,
not true.
it's not.
No, maybe if it was 10 times as big, but no. No, we're very appreciative, and it was very, very lovely. And yeah,
I don't know about you, but I'm easily distracted by Dog on Pod.
you reckon Dog is ruining Pod?
No, Dog's making Pod.
Yeah.
Luke can't focus with Dog on Pod.
Yeah.
But I would think most people would argue
Would this help?
a 180 switch on Dog on Pod.
Yeah. Would you prefer to be at the arse end of Dog on Pod?
I mean, if I say yes.
Ooh, what's that smell?
Okay, now no. Bobby. God. So, yeah. I went to the Gold Coast on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just thought we'd just move on from the sadness.
Yep,
Ignore
yep.
it. Push it down like a fucking man.
Yeah, like a bloke. Went to the Gold Coast for a boys' trip.
Yeah, we've been trying to organise a trip away since late 2019.
Yeah.
And then the world ended.
Yeah.
It was originally going to be Bali, and then everyone went and got jobs. We all grew up. I mean, I
Yep.
didn't, but they did.
Yeah.
And
Sucked in.
And then we were just like, by the end, we're like, let's settle for 3 days on the Gold Coast. It's not a week in Bali, but it's something.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to organise this for months. I had 4 days off on my tour. I head off again tomorrow. I have
Yes.
1 day back in Melbourne.
Yes, this is why we're doing 2 episodes because Luke we looked at the calendar again. We're like, all right, maybe we can squeeze in one more episode. Luke, when do you leave?
And by the way, this was booked in. I want people to know because a few people messaged me
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you have time to go to the Gold Coast and not do the podcast."
Yeah.
We all booked that well before
Yes.
we decided the podcast was going to be over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
just want to make that very clear
yes.
because if you don't make everything very clear, well, what do I get? It's called abuse from people who supposedly enjoy you.
Yeah, I've got the great surgery excuse.
Yes.
It's really good. I'm coming out unscarred. Well, actually, I have a lot of scarring on the
Yeah.
inside of my mouth, but
You're coming out grossly scarred.
I'm coming out like completely fucked,
Yeah.
gap tooth, lisping. It's going to
Yeah.
be horrific. On the 25th, I get my spacer installed
Yeah.
before the surgery, so I'll get a big test run of my lisp.
It's all good, but your reputation's going to be on point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's all that matters. You know. Oh wow, Luke, you have to finish the show because you're doing so well.
Oh.
Well, at least
Oh,
Lewis
go follow
is
your
fucked.
dreams, Luke. There was a bit of that. Oh, all right. Dude, Australia has mad tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
Yeah, they really do.
Oh, you're following your dreams? Okay. Go fuck yourself. Like, okay, thank you, I will.
By the way, I love you. All the best.
Yeah. But also, guys, been a big fan for years. I'll always support everything you do. See you at the show.
Yeah.
that I'm against for some reason. But also come to my town every night.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's good. Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Big weekend.
Why did you do the Gold Coast? I guess your friends haven't worked out that
No,
it sucks.
no, they all did. I educated them.
Okay.
I was anti Gold Coast when it was being organised. I was pro
Yeah.
Byron because I've never been to Byron Bay before because we never do shows there because it has
I went
has
to
a town
Byron
of about
once.
5,000 influencers.
I had a day off in Byron. This is kind of before it got all influency, right? And it was just like cafes run by pretentious people and clothes stores that only stock shit made out of linen.
It's for Americans. I don't even know what the equivalent is. Whatever the equivalent of
If
your,
LA was shit and kind of in a bush near the beach.
if everyone had
That's what it
armpit
is.
hair in LA,
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. LA without bikini waxing
yeah, yeah.
is kind of the
But
idea.
did you see the Netflix show called
Yeah,
like
I've
Byron Bays?
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
my god! I watched like the first episode. Oh, we're just having a bit of a sniff. Okay, Lewis is kissing his dog. Kissed a dog.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
I think she's really confused about why I'm talking into this thing. She's like, is there something that I should be doing with the microphone?
She thinks there's food or something. Like,
Yeah.
why would he be so interested in this black object?
It's
in
got to
front
be
of me?
important.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of that Byron Bay show. Like,
Yeah.
just in the background, I was like cleaning or something. I put it on,
Yes.
and it was fucking embarrassing.
It looks-
Yes, offense to everyone involved.
Yeah.
And what is worse
Yeah.
is I've met some of those people.
Oh, really?
I recognize them from remember when I used to go like the music festivals and
Yeah.
even we've been to one. Like we did the
Dog
podcast
off
at the back
pod.
of one. Dog off pod.
She wants to get down.
Bobby was sick of the fame.
Yeah.
Didn't get to her head, so she backed out before it did. I respect that.
That's good. I could bring the dog bed up there. She'd settle on that.
Bit of Jim Carrey about her.
Mm.
Just in like, oh, she's the best and
Yeah.
she's highly regarded as the GOAT.
Yeah.
But I will step away from the spotlight whenever I please.
Yeah, she did her work. She was the best, and she checked out when she was like, "There's nothing else here to achieve. I've done it
Yeah.
all."
Unlike people not at the top of their field. So this Byron Bay show,
Mm.
man. I don't know if you saw much of it.
No, I've
but
seen. I actually was going to do a video on it.
The
so
most-
I've been watching a little bit of it, and it's
sad
Weird.
infighting. It made me embarrassed because usually when you get to watch those shows, other than The Bachelor Australia and Love Island Australia, usually you get to watch those shows and go, oh, well, I don't live in the UK or America, so that doesn't reflect on me
Yeah.
or my identity at all.
yeah. Thank God we don't have that here.
Yeah, we have it,
Oh yeah,
and we have almost the worst of it.
yeah. It's because it's like at least right. The American ones have heaps of money, right? So you can at least go, oh well, I can see where that level of arrogance would come from because at least your husband has achieved something.
Yeah.
Right? But with these Byron Bay ones, it's like, what have you done? You've gotten Botox, and it's done poorly.
Yeah, and you've fitted out one camper van.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
And you've posted about it.
Amazing.
Oh, you're a van lifer now?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a TV show.
Yeah.
That was the vibe. So anyway, we went to the Gold Coast. Good fun was had. I absolutely... Are we talking about this on this podcast, Tyler? On the main episode? The comment that. No, you tell the story. Maybe I guess you are the victim.
Intern Tyler.
Do you ever like just when you're with your mates, if you think of the most heinous thing possible to say to someone to rattle them in a game of Mario Golf, will you say that?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, Intern Tyler. You're on thin ice.
Thank you. Feels good to be here. Excellent. Yeah, we all went out on our last night in the Gold Coast, which was a Monday night, by the way.
Yeah.
Karaoke bar, Cavill Avenue,
Yeah.
as filthy as it gets.
That's
Cavill
disgusting. That is
Avenue-
It
disgusting.
was so much fun.
Yeah.
A Cavill Avenue Monday is a Melbourne Saturday. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it was all moving still. But Luke and I were the only two in our group who had the willpower to continue to drink and go hard on this Monday evening.
Yeah.
And the rest of the boys kind of wanted to head back to the hotel. It was about midnight, 12:30. And Luke and I had bought a slab of Canadian clubs on our first day there, which was 24 drinks.
Mistake,
And we
yeah.
realised that we hadn't been
Made-
making much progress.
Hadn't made too much of a dent.
no.
Who's buying slabs of Canadian Club?
Everyone.
Never seen that in my life.
You've
Oh,
never
really?
seen that?
Not a
Damn.
slab of Canadian Club.
Ah,
It was worth it.
very common when you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, exceptionally common. Anyway, so Luke and I get back to the apartment. I remember we timestamped it because I'd taken my Nintendo Switch up because the rain was forecasted all weekend,
Yeah.
and we'd become addicted to Mario Golf.
So good.
So
Yeah.
good. All of us.
I have been playing as a character called Charge and Chuck, and when he gets in a birdie, he does a T-pose.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very
that
good.
caused much amusement.
Very
I like
good.
that.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is charging Chuck?
We
Dude.
don't know.
What
He's not
team
in.
is he
He's
from?
not in Mario Kart or Smash Bros.
No,
Wonder
Mario
where
Golf-
he falls in the universe, but he's a B-side.
Mario Golf has
Z-side
the
character.
most Aldi list of Mario characters that you can choose from to play
Yeah.
as. Anywho, Luke and I get back to the apartment. All the other guys are like, God, we're tired. It's 1 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. And Luke and I are like, well, the night's just kicking off. Hey, we've got
Yeah.
another 14 Canadian clubs to smash through. So we sit down in the main room. All the other guys go to
CC's
bed.
with CC.
Exactly. Yes. And we start smashing through these CCs playing Mario Golf. 18 holes. We were there for an hour and 30 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
Drinking and playing Mario Golf. And it was quite a competitive game. I'm not going to lie. The skills were even. So it's pretty neck and neck through each and every hole. Luke and I are both at each other's throats.
I knew I wasn't going to beat him in Nintendo Switch talent, so I had
Yeah.
to turn to emotionally rattling my opponent.
That's good.
And I went dark quick.
He went very dark.
so you'd like it was like Conor McGregor versus
Yeah,
Khabib.
and we've
Yeah.
been
No?
friends for well over a decade now.
yeah,
Absolutely.
So I know how to.
were.
Yeah, After this, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I know how to kind of get to the core. Like
Yeah.
in Indiana Jones where the guy reaches in and rips out his heart.
Yeah.
I know how to emotionally do that to Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that's good that you've spent the time to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm sure you have a wonderful friendship.
Yeah. And I want all my friends to know I have that for everyone in my back
Yeah.
pocket.
The sentence. Yeah. Once you know someone well enough, girlfriend, mum, friend, you have the sentence.
But
Which is
you
just the
you'd
new.
never pull it out.
No, unless you were playing Mario Golf.
Unless you're in the
Yes.
most heinous argument of all time, or you're like 14 holes in and one shot down.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I was.
Now, I'm going to preface this with, and I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before. I definitely mentioned it in the secret ones, but I dated a girl who I'm going to call Sophie
Yeah.
for nearly a decade.
Yeah.
So we're playing Mario Golf. We're both drunk as hell. We've been having some good banter back and forth, but just telling stories and even a bit of bro chat where it's like, hey man, how you doing with everything? And we're going back and forth, getting a bit real off our faces.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is a great time to do it. The only time when white men can open up to each other.
I'm emotionally vulnerable.
After 4 hours of karaoke
Yeah.
and 14 holes and
Yes.
about 30 drinks.
Anyway, so we're sitting there and the scores
While
are neck
being
and neck.
distracted by a shit party game.
Yeah, absolutely. Scores are neck and neck, and I'm really focusing on getting a putt in. And
Yeah.
I'm lining up the shot, and I'm looking at it, and it's gone dead quiet. And I take about 20 seconds to line up the shot. And as I'm about to hit the button to hit the putt in and beat Luke's score, I realize his face is breathing onto my cheek. And I turn my head to look at him, and he goes, "This is why Sophie left you."
Oh,
And I went, "What the fuck?" And I hit the button and completely scuffed the
He
shot.
fucking
Nice.
sprayed the shot.
I like that. Good
What
job.
What the
Well
fuck
done.
is that?
Well
Yeah.
done. That's good.
Dude.
Really
So
good stuff.
good.
And then I cried myself to sleep.
Yeah. What I was really disappointed about is he still won golf. So I lost a friend and Mario Golf that night, which is pretty annoying.
Luke's score declined after that.
Yes.
Fucking hell. I'm going home.
Good fun. Good fun with friends.
Yeah, good fun with friends.
I am such an idiot. The reason why I turn up really tired today, and it's
Yeah.
not because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's partly because of that.
Oh, this is a great story.
We were all wrecked yesterday. One of those days where we had to wait around for our flight.
Yeah.
We checked out at 10, but our flight was until 4.
Worse.
So, and the hotel, for whatever reason, wouldn't hold our bags. So we went and played bowling, went to a cafe. We're all just fucked. We get home finally, went to my parents' house for dinner because we won't be seeing them for another 3 weeks now because I go away.
Yeah.
And get home from them at 10:30, and I had a shoot this morning, and I had to bring a bunch of stuff. Had a lot to do when I got home. Had to completely shave, shower, like get refreshed after this trip away.
Yes.
And that was already going to happen at midnight.
Yeah.
Rolled into my door, realized I've locked myself out of the house.
Awesome.
And Meg is an hour and a half away with the keys at a beach house.
Nice.
How good. Past Frankston
That's
on the
good.
peninsula.
That's really
Oh
good.
yeah.
And then I had to drive. She luckily, she's an absolute catch and a half, and still with me. I drove. She met me half. He's leaving. He's walking out.
You know who else left? I'm sorry.
What's brutal is I was quite good friends with Sophie, and still am. But anyway, it's a really sad situation.
Hey, mate, what's going on? Welcome back.
Anyway, so I had to drive.
That's right. You won't have to put up with this for too much longer.
But I had to drive like way out of the way back. Got home really late.
Yeah.
I had to wake up really early this morning for the shoot, and I'm still coasting off that Mario Golf sleep that I had.
Yeah.
The 5-hour post Mario Golf sleep is the thing that's keeping me going.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm running off fumes in Canadian Club.
Yeah.
Just
I was
disappointing.
I was very anti those digital locks. Really, really, really anti like smartphone or
Yeah.
thumbprint locks.
Oh no, this is my own house.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like people have them in their own house, and I was like, why the fuck would you ever want that? But now that I have one,
True.
and I'm the type of idiot who would do exactly
Oh,
that.
you have that.
No, but I locked myself out of the house this week. I went for coffee, and I just locked the whole house, left my keys in the house.
Mine, there was a reason why. Meg took my car, and then she had my keys, and then she split up her car keys from her house keys.
Yeah,
And I was like,
some
why did
reason.
you do that? She's like, oh, I just thought it would be easier if they were apart.
Yeah.
You guys used to criticize me when I'd lose my key all the time.
Yeah.
you did it way more often.
I was so tired as well. And I did that defeated thing like in a movie.
What did you bring over to my house the other week?
Key from Hobart.
Key from the Hobart house.
Do you have to mail that back now?
No, I just got new keys cut and was like, "Here's the keys you gave us," and then I got my deposit back.
And then still
No,
have the key. Let's
you
go.
didn't even get the keys cut.
Didn't I?
No, you told me you didn't.
No, I think I did. I think I got him cut, and then and now Whitey, me, someone else still has keys to that house.
Why do you have keys for it?
I can't remember. I think Rosie very astutely was like, "There's no fucking way that Lewis will keep his key, and there's no way that Keelan will return his key to Lewis. So I'm going to give my key to the guy who still lives in Tassie." And then when we went back there, Whitey just coincidentally just was not in Tassie.
Yeah, right.
He was in Melbourne.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did that defeated thing where I just sat there for a bit on my front porch and like just
Yeah.
looked up at the stars.
Mm.
And I had like, and it was like in a movie.
Yeah.
It was like, do you ever feel it breaking down? I had that moment, but then
Yeah.
I just got in the car and realized I had heaps of stuff to do. So I just moved on. But
Yeah.
the weekend away was a lot of fun.
It's one of the only times a man will ever think about his life is when he's forgotten his keys.
Yeah, that's when you're
locked
I
out of the
think,
house.
rock bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, that really is. It's like, fuck, what am I doing? Where are my keys?
I realized on the
cold.
weekend as well that our friendship group is definitely not lame, but like, well, no, that
Approaching lame?
approaching lame,
Rapidly approaching and will be surpassing lame.
rapidly declining. So
Yeah.
this is an actual thing that happened. So
Yeah.
my mate goes, oh yeah, my girlfriend, was talking to her work friends, and they, oh yeah, Mark, he's gone up to the Gold Coast with his mates on the weekend, and they were
Yeah.
going, oh my god, I can't believe you let him. It's just gonna be cocaine, strippers, boys trip to Cavill Avenue. Good
Yeah.
luck. I don't know why you'd let him do that.
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, I don't think you've met my boyfriend's friends. On Sunday night, we spent 2.5 hours in the hotel pool playing Markers Up.
What is that?
Just the footy game where there's one of
That's
you
why I don't know what that is.
marks it.
Yeah.
Like, so we were playing it with throwing, but you kick it and then then there's a big pack and whoever marks it, then they're
Jack
up.
in the Pack is what my school called it.
There was also talk of King in the Pack as well. I
King in the
heard.
Pack
King
is
of the
good.
Pack.
Yeah.
But we used to call it Markers Up for
Yeah.
whatever reason. It's probably gonna. This is gonna open up another handball, downball.
I used to call it
Foursquare.
boring and I wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Actually, can I just check something with Lewis really quickly?
I'll allow
Lewis,
it.
how do you do paper, scissors, rock?
Paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah, king shit. That's how you do
It's
it.
king shit. We had a.
No, we had it.
No, we weren't even arguing about rock paper scissors or. We had a big argument with one of these staff members at Topgolf.
Yeah.
About the pace in which you're supposed to. So we go paper, scissors, rock, and they
It's
were
too
just going
slow.
paper, scissors,
rock.
People, no, the argument was
paper. Oh no, we'll
paper, scissors, rock,
or paper, scissors, rock.
No way.
What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Oh, you were in the opposite argument.
I'm a paper, scissors, rock. Not a
I
paper,
forgot
scissors, rock.
which part he stood in the argument. I disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, you're fucked in the head,
Yeah,
mate.
paper,
the other one
scissors,
looks
rock.
like a Riley Reid video.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to
yes.
jerk off your opponent to suck him out. Make eye contact
Not
while you
into
do it.
that.
Yeah, because then you get paper and it looks like your hands come. Yeah, scissors, boom. Let's go. It's a horny game if you try.
It really is.
So yeah, that we are, and then the next day, as if we weren't done, we were like, oh, we could like movie it or something. Then we were like, what about we just go to the beach and do the exact same thing, but on the beach for another 2 hours? And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then we went to karaoke,
Yeah.
and then some people have bet like $10 at the casino. And we're like, well, that's crazy. Let's go get a kebab. Just the lamest boys trip.
Like, why the fuck
Imaginable.
did you go to Cavill Avenue to do those things?
I wasn't opposed to that. Like, sorry, I was opposed to that.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah.
You could have done that. Like, in
We were
Your
at
own
a
suburb.
gross pub watching virtual greyhounds, being like, we could have done this at home.
yeah.
How many punches did we see too?
Oh yes, someone
No,
got.
that's something that you can only really see in Cavill Avenue. Is
Dude.
like just a series of.
No, we were
punch-ons.
in the casino inside. We were like
Nice.
clocked in the face, and
Nice.
then like there was people running, screaming, like security. It was a whole thing.
That's great.
And the sound his head made when it hit the floor was wild.
Yeah.
It cracked the floor. It was you know those ones that you watch and you go, ooh,
yeah,
that's gonna end
he's,
badly.
he's not going to remember his kids.
But then the guy got up and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that is very Cavill Avenue. Also, like a guy getting killed and then he just stands up again.
Yeah.
Dude, like gets hit by a truck, he splits in half and his head's rolling down the floor, and then he just stands up and it's like, "You fucking dog."
Yeah. 1v1 outside Macca's now. So yeah, that was good. Good fun. What did you get up to?
I've just been trying to film like 6 weeks of videos in 2 weeks to get
Wait,
ready for my
Hang on. So you're being
surgeries.
productive,
Yeah, because it's kind of the first time I've been able to in like
bettering
3
yourself.
years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's all I've been doing, and I've discovered that I can actually read again. I used to just fall asleep 2 pages in,
Yeah, right.
and I worked out that I can read again and remember and retain it and stay awake. So I spent the whole weekend like just reading for like 6 hours. It was awesome.
Mate, sounds like you would have fit in on our boys trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, oi, boys, bit of a read, yeah.
Let's just do whatever we do at home, but in Cavill Avenue.
Yes.
I would have been able to do it, bring my Kindle. Be great.
Yeah.
If I got locked out of my house, I'd have something to do.
Yep. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah. That's all that I've done. Is Rosie tells me like what I'm doing and I go, "Yes, boss." And that's it.
I had the big Terrelgan show on
Yeah.
Friday.
That looked fucking amazing.
2 of almost the biggest shows I've ever done. So thanks for coming out. In a regional town. It was wild.
750 twice
Yes.
in Traralgon in the same night.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Wild scenes. And it was awesome. And thanks people if they came. That meant the world. Well, I have one. You know, like we have one job usually. Like go
Yeah.
out there, tell some jokes, have the microphone.
Yep.
I fucked it up. Second show, they had a weird system where for the rest of the tour, it's been kind of like Blake and I would just swap the mic.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
he would just walk out and hand
Yeah.
it to me, and I go, "What up?"
Mm-hmm.
They had a mic each for us, and the venue was very adamant. This is state of the art theater.
Yeah.
It's been open for 11 weeks. They really were adamant that we used
Brand new
two
state-of-the-art
separate
theater.
mics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the first double show there. And we got our name written on the wall, and we got the cherry picker up, and I wrote it 3 stories up at the very top, so we'll be
Nice.
there forever.
That's good.
Big brain.
Very smart.
Yeah. And you can't read it, but God, it's good. So, Blake's like, welcome to stage, Luke Kidgel. Everyone's gone nuts. One of the highlights of my career.
Yeah.
I walk out, I'm like, and then I have a realization that I've left the
no.
microphone backstage.
Awesome.
And then I have to, the crowd doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I quickly grab Blake's mic, thinking it would be still on where I can be, sorry, I've just forgotten my mic. The sound tech's already
Right.
turned his mic off.
Yeah.
So I'm going, I've forgotten my microphone in a mic that's not on.
Yeah.
There's half the crowd has stopped clapping.
Yeah.
The lights are still going crazy like it's the opening of the show and like a rock
Yeah.
star moment.
Yeah.
Then I just sprint off the stage. By the way, the stage is like 20 meters long.
You're like
it was
giving
huge.
the sound tech a fucking aneurysm because he's probably scrambling to turn Blake's mic on and the other one off, and then you run off stage.
I then have to run backstage. It's not even immediately off stage. I like run throughout the wings, like, fuck, where was it again?
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the microphone. I should be on stage. The show started. Everyone's just sitting there going, we saw him for 2 seconds and then he ran off.
Thanks for your money. Bye.
They have no idea why I've run off. So they've
Yeah.
just been like, why did he go?
Yeah.
Yeah, the worst start to a show imaginable.
That's amazing.
But guys, I got him back, so it was all right.
That's good. That's good. No, that looked very cool. I finished volume 10 of the Berserk Deluxe Edition manga.
Didn't you go see Ruben's show?
No,
Oh,
I
you
was too
didn't.
tired.
Okay.
I have a debilitating illness
Yeah.
and braces, but it's okay because soon I'll have a gap tooth and we'll be drooling and lisping.
Oh, so that's fine then. A silver lining.
Yeah.
Literally, if he opens his mouth, you're about to see the piece of metal that they're going to insert in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did want to do some old segments.
B tier segments.
Some beat. So obviously,
We're halfway through the episode, Keelan. Here's a little question for the team. Do Manscaped have any clue that we're ending the show?
has anyone
No.
contacted
No.
a sponsor?
What about
No,
Nobby?
but I emailed Wee Money.
It's good they know.
Yeah.
We've done, 2 episodes sponsored
Yeah.
by them?
3, and then we're
Three.
going to follow up again.
Whee!
Oh,
Money.
anyway. Yeah, I need to email everyone.
Yeah.
I've-
Great.
I've been, yeah.
Well, guys, head over to manscaped.com
Yep.
/soundoff and let them know that the show's ending by buying yourself a Lawnmower 4.0.
Yes, use our code SOUNDOFF if
Mm-hmm.
you want 20% off and free shipping on your Lawnmower 4.0. It's the best ball bag trimmer in the game, guaranteed. No one's arguing
I've actually
that.
had one being sent to me today.
Oh, wait, go. Argue
which is
that.
Great. Argue what? It's
Argue-
just in the cardboard box on the shelf.
Argue that it's not the best ball bag trimmer in the game.
Okay, I think that it's actually not the best ball bag trimmer in the game, and you want to know why?
Why?
I love getting my nutsack cut up.
Okay, well, if you're not like Lewis and enjoy a clean, smooth sack, I would recommend it. If you're self-destructive as hell, then maybe this isn't.
It comes charged. This is brand new, straight out of the box today.
Of course, it's the Manscaped. Don't shave the mic; it'll actually shave it.
Oh,
It's such a high quality razor.
probably a terrible idea. Actually, I should not do that.
Yeah.
But it's the best pube trimmer in the game. Something that I use all the time. And they also have a lot of body care. 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Who has the time to use 2 products?
No
What's
one.
funny about that? Nothing.
Nothing. And no, I'm not laughing because it's a great, efficient
These 2 boys are laughing at something else. I don't know what.
2-in-1 shampoo.
Well, there's not really an answer to that because there's nothing funny about it.
Funny about that.
So all that laughter, I assume, must be unrelated. I'm not laughing. I don't think that's funny at all.
Who's laughing? Stop.
If there's one place I want to save time, it's in the shower.
Yep. And this episode
about
is
that.
also sponsored by Nobby Underwear
Yeah.
because they are my favorite Australian business.
Really?
Yeah.
You run a business.
It's just checking if Manscaped.
What is my favorite
were
Australian business? Nobby would have to be up there.
Okay, it's 2.
One of the only businesses that give me money.
It's second.
Most of them take money.
Yeah. No, it's number 2.
Number 2, what's number 1?
It's during an ad read, so I'll tell you after.
Okay. Well, for now, temporarily,
Yeah.
for argument's sake, let's say both of our favorite number 1 Australian business is Nobby.
Yeah.
Underwear, for the amazing underwear they create, and also for the discount code they've given to people for $5 off their first pair of underwear from nobby.com.au.
Yeah.
The comfiest, best underwear in the game. Here's a little idea. What if we purely
Did you mention what happens if they use code SOUNDOFF?
they get $5 off their first pair of undies at
You said that.
nobby.com.au?
Yeah.
You know what would be what I think could be a good idea? why don't we just not tell them that we're ending the show? But we don't ever invoice them, right? So we don't steal money from them, but they don't cancel the free underwear subscription that we've been getting.
Technically stealing money from them.
Well, I would disagree. I would say that it's not technically stealing. I would say that it just is.
It's dishonest.
It's dishonest and it is stealing, which would be a really terrible thing to do to the longest supporter of our small business.
Yeah.
But
we wouldn't do that to them.
But I think if we were to do that, that would be like a really good indicator of how much we love their underwear, which would probably sell them a lot of underwear to the
We love it
the show.
so much that we're not even willing to.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I disagree. I would be willing to pay for it, and I would. Right before the show ends, I will use code SOUNDOFF to get $5 off my first bet because I still want to be part of the Undie Club.
That's true because they've been sending it to us for free, so we haven't made our first order yet.
Now
so
this has been quite a long ad read.
Yeah.
Great. My favorite business is Carlton United Brewing.
Mine. I don't know what my favorite Australian business is. What's Clive
Was it
Palmer's
CBU?
business?
Huh?
UAP.
UAP?
Yeah. Well, with that out of the way, what else do we need to check off the list here?
We wanted to kind of roll out some old classic segments because
Yes.
the show is ending.
Yes.
We know a lot of people have been listening for a while.
Nice.
Thank you.
Got that out of the way. Thank you very much.
There was
Very good.
one. So
Really
one
good stuff. Can't wait to hear that 30 more times.
tick. Well, actually, we're thinking about bringing back admin. Do you remember admin?
I
We used to
remember
get this
admin.
show used to be so productive for a hot minute there.
Yeah.
For those
you
who
mostly.
For those who don't know, I used to. Oh, man, maybe if we brought back admin, I'd have more time to do the show.
All right. Yep, that's our fault. Yeah. That's a good point.
Maybe if we brought back admin, you could just get your surgery done live on an episode or something
Man,
like that.
I would. I want to ask my surgeon to film it.
Oh, why do you want to watch it?
I don't want to watch it. I want to go like this while I'm posting it.
Oh, you would just want to stream it.
Yeah, stream it. That'd be good. Put it, stream it. Get some super chats in.
That would be good.
You know what would actually be a good stream back is just on my main channel, first day back at home, me just like languishing in bed in pain. I can't say anything, can't address them, no dialogue, just sitting there, and people go, "Oh fuck."
That's good.
It's you get a lot of sympathy for having like an illness that requires surgery. Going through this process, a lot of people realize things when they have to go through something really difficult, especially when it's like a medical thing. What I've realized after having to go through this, I totally get why people fake having cancer.
How come? Are you getting a lot of sympathy?
A lot of sympathy. People are really nice.
People are getting around your merch sale a bit as well.
Mate, I'm selling a lot of t-shirts.
Yep.
I'm getting kind messages every day.
Yeah.
People appreciate me doing my normal job. They think that it's like some superhuman Herculean effort to record a podcast. They go, "I don't know how you do it, man. You're an inspiration." Right?
Yeah.
I totally get it. In fact, if I come back and I move past this whole jaw thing,
People won't respect you anymore.
well, what I'm saying is if in 6 months I come down with some other terrible illness,
Yeah.
just go along with it.
Don't tell anyone. We'll wipe this from the history books, this little chat.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't even put this in the episode.
Probably
Because
not.
that's great.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Yeah.
But we did want to get done some admin.
Yeah.
I believe you have some dishes to do.
I do, actually. I really do.
How long do we set this admin timer for?
What did we used to do back in there? About a couple of minutes?
6 minutes.
6 minutes?
It wasn't 6 minutes.
That seems
because
like a lot of admin.
Talk breaks were like 4 minutes max.
No, I think
Sure
it
used to do
started
this.
to get a little fleshed out, and that's why we did get a lot of complaints at the time because 6 minutes of every episode was just admin.
What about
Yeah.
4
I'm happy to-
minutes? 4 minutes
4
and
minutes
6
sounds
seconds.
fine.
4
What do I
minutes
need
is
to
pretty
get done?
good. Yeah, start the
Well,
timer.
okay, I'll start by
check
figuring
that
out
off.
what
That's
needs to
done.
be done. Actually, I need to go through my. I need to reply to a couple of DMs from listeners. I know it's not a chore, but
I'm gonna
like
take the
they're
microphone over
stacking
to the
up.
sink.
I got to get on it.
All right, I only have 3 cups and a couple of spoons to do here. And you know what? I have a sneaking suspicion that 2 of these are actually Keelan's.
What? No, one of them is mine.
Okay, well, that's still 1/3 of the mess, mate.
This is a really nice message from our listener of the show, Luke Seymour. Seymour Butts
Got him.
indeed. Luke, regardless of how kind your message is going to be, it's You've just got owned by Keelan. But yeah, it's just I'm not going to read out everything, but it's quite a nice message of, hey man, listen to the pod. Sad, but understanding the decision. We love people like Luke. Actually, Luke comes to our Luke Lewis and Friends shows. People.
Oh, that is going to keep happening, by the way.
Yes.
isn't
Oh,
it?
I forgot to tell you. Good chance because we're doing admin.
Yeah.
I don't think we will do the June show.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would be weird to start back if you can't speak and it's just Luke and Friends.
Yeah, I
So-
think that's weird.
So I
Yeah.
think we're going to start back end of July. Need to check. No, sorry, early July. Spoke to...
Do you want me to put the dishes on your laptop, Keelan, or should you move them?
Yeah, so early July.
You want me to wash them?
No, that's all
Oh,
good.
okay, all right.
He's not listening anymore.
Yeah, sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah,
No show in June.
No show in June. I will be here, but it just doesn't feel like the best way to kick it off again
No, I
without
think it needs to
the
be
other
both of
person
us.
on the show.
Yeah, that's
So anyway, I had been meaning to say that, but forgot.
Yep.
So I already told the organizer that wouldn't be happening,
Yeah.
and I said, and don't worry, I'll let Lewis know. So now I have ticked that off.
Great.
Can you tick
great.
that?
That's good.
Great. I'll reply to Luke as well. Oh, by the way, Luke, thanks for reminding me. 'Cause
I have actually just a little bit of admin. If someone could help me out in the comments, I've been watching a lot of recovery videos of people getting the surgery that I'm getting on May 27th, and a lot of people have been saying that they haven't been able to eat solid food for 6 months after the surgery. So does anyone? What the fuck am I supposed to do with my food? How do I stay alive if I can't eat food for 6 months? Is that possible?
are you just gonna be like,
Eating goo.
yeah, like one of those
Yeah.
like slushies and
Yeah, we're buying
Gunk.
a really good blender.
yogurt?
1 minute.
Yeah, bit of yogurt.
Is that elapsed time? Remaining.
How many dishes have you got done?
I've gotten 3 cups done, and I'm down to the fork, so I'm actually making good time here.
Luke, by the way,
Time to walk
said
the dog.
the end of the pod does feel the closest thing to my parents telling me that they're getting divorced. It
Yeah.
has a bit of my childhood dog went to a farm kind of vibe,
Yeah.
which I find hilarious. Okay, well, Luke's a bit of a sicko. That's right. I'll take a picture of him now so he kind of knows that he was part of the admin segment. That's a nice way to go at. There we go. I'll chuck that through. All right.
I finished the dishes. I'm not going to dry them.
I got to
I'll
promote
drip
one of my shows. I can do that later.
All right, finished.
Well, how much time do I have?
34 seconds.
Oh, okay. I have to put aside 2 tickets for Bunbury show.
Bathroom.
I'll message my brother about that. And this is one just says learn
Guys.
re. I can't know. What
Oh,
that
Lewis
says.
is going to the bathroom. He has 16 seconds. He's going to do number 1 or number 2?
He's doing
Hey.
wheeze during admin. Would you call urination admin?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess
6
it's li-
seconds.
it's
I
life
didn't.
admin.
I need to get life insurance, health insurance, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh,
check
you know
that
what I
off.
could have just done? I've been putting it off for ages. Cutting up our video with how to basic as a TikTok. Should have started it. I've been putting that off. It's in my to-do list.
True.
Great work, everyone. Check that off.
You know what else we should probably do? I've written down.
What? What do you mean?
you
I was
just-
getting some admin done.
What did you just do?
He blew the post-pube shave hairs all over the potty table.
Since this, oh,
Those
you
are
go.
bobby hairs.
Oh, sorry. Hey, sorry. Admin's over. I have to talk later.
Yeah, great, good.
Okay. Bye,
Since this is
Who's
our,
that?
Meg.
Meg.
She's going to be very confused.
since this is our second last episode, I thought it might be good to run through some of our old video titles, episode titles.
Yep. Okay.
I went through the other day and found 4 highlights that
Yeah.
I'd like to read
Titling
out.
podcasts is very, very difficult.
Especially at the start when we first started the podcast, it was even
Yeah.
more so.
Yeah, I think we got a lot better at
Well,
it.
Oh, I wrote down my favorites as well just before we started to compare the two with Keelan's.
Yeah.
The early ones were definitely our strongest work, I think.
Yeah.
I think we definitely got better at getting views.
Well, how about we go through our favorite titles and we use that information to title this episode?
I
Yeah, great.
actually have to say that I always love titling the Patreon episodes because everyone's going to listen to it regardless of what it's
You
called.
don't have to worry about algorithms or click-through rates,
the-
so you can just call it whatever.
Calling it the funniest title is so much fun.
The most
Sometimes.
recent
but it
one,
never,
No, they always
never
tank.
works. Yeah.
the most recent one I uploaded is called "Holding Tyler's Hog." That's
Nice.
the most recent secret
That's good.
podcast.
That's good.
I like that it's so secret that you just by Tyler's reaction, you clearly hadn't run that by him either.
No, not at all. I don't even have access to the secret pods.
Well, that's because you're the intern.
So,
They're actually available on Patreon for just as low as $3 a month.
one of them, like this, no particular order, Soggy Doggy is such a revolting
Yeah.
name.
I remember why we called it that. I played a board game called Soggy Doggy that was a
Yeah.
kid's board game.
Definitely sounded like a gross sex game.
Yeah, but it was like Kmart in the same section as Monopoly and Scrabble.
Should we inject disinfectant? Is
I
a
had that
highlight.
written down.
That's good.
That's a great title. Should we inject disinfectant? Definitely a Zoom episode.
Yeah, that's a great way to get yourself just blacklisted by YouTube as well.
Yeah. And then these last two are really funny. We have a gay video editor.
We do.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, sorry, you're wrong. Our editor is still gay.
This is we
like that.
were convinced that Ruben had a best friend, Luca, who they were inseparable,
Yeah.
and we just assumed,
Yeah. It was,
which
well,
you shouldn't do in this day and age.
Oh, it's because they used to
No.
have sleepovers.
They used to have
used to
sleepovers.
Yeah,
yes.
sleepovers where they were just a little bit cagey about what they got up to on the sleepovers.
yeah.
And so we just inferred.
Yeah.
Which I still think was the right call, and I'm still suspicious.
Can I go through some of my favorite
Yeah,
titles
go.
ever? I don't remember what this was about, but Gooby got them both in the one episode.
Yeah.
Stuart Little and Ellen DeGeneres exposed. We just
What is that?
I feel like it's Ellen was probably being exposed at the time. I
Yes.
don't remember what type of controversy Stuart was in.
Yeah. You know what would have been a much better YouTube title for the time? Just Ellen DeGeneres exposed.
Stuart
but because
Little.
Keelan works here, he's like, let's put Stuart Little in.
I distinctly remember that one being an episode where I'm crying, laughing on a Zoom call, and no one else is.
Yeah. Yeah.
good.
The best or worst episodes, depending on whether you are or are not. Keelan.
One of the recent ones, what did hold up as
Yeah.
one of our all-time best, it was Lewis gave his dog a golden shower.
That's a good one.
I guess the prequel to Dog on Pod.
Yeah. Dog brought up on pod.
Yep. And my favorite one by far, episode
Piss on
119.
dog.
This episode was a mistake.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
mistake.
I'm not sure.
That was because
Oh, it was a pun.
somebody's steak fell in the bin, and then you guys ate it.
Yeah, right.
And it was a very weak episode.
Yeah.
This one is still a great question that I'm not really sure where I forget. If people want to remind us, let us know below. I'm not sure where we ended up sitting on the matter, but should McDonald's sell beer was an episode title. And I have
German
pros and cons
McDonald's.
of that. Cons, it would be awful for society and they absolutely shouldn't. Pro, Big Mac and a beer.
Well,
Yeah, I think
So I'm leaning
that could
towards
work.
no.
Yeah.
I'm going to Germany in a few weeks, so I'll just let you guys know. How
Oh, they
it
do
is.
that there, don't
Yeah.
they?
They do.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very
where that
popular.
came from.
Okay. All right,
In,
so we
like,
both just
A
forgot.
lot of Asian countries, I mean, maybe, I'm not sure if it's a lot, but definitely in Japan, I think, and Thailand, you can buy beer from servos. Is that correct,
Yeah.
Tyler? You've been to Japan?
and it's really cheap.
You can
Yeah.
buy beer
It's
in
like $1 for a beer at a servo.
shops at like a grocery store in America.
Yeah,
That's
the
weird.
only reason why our alcohol is so expensive is because we, and rightly so, can't be trusted with it. If it were cheap, we wouldn't exist anymore.
Yeah. And just while we're throwing back, while I was going through these episodes, I noticed there's a few ambitious clickbait
Oh yeah,
titles
Yeah.
in our, what's this episode, like 200 and something?
268.
We had a
Yeah.
good run.
Yeah.
A few in there. Was anyone, in hindsight, looking back on it, was anyone believing this?
Okay.
The first ever clickbait one we really had was episode 10. We had dinner with Elon Musk. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was
that's
that
right.
about?
Because my friend had dinner with Elon Musk.
Okay.
And we were there.
Vicariously. This one, huge call, but
Yeah.
it's good we got to the bottom of it. So I'm not sure why people are still talking about it. We solve climate change.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I remember we did that. And then that Greta girl kept kick up a stink after that. And I was like,
Don't know
babe,
what she's complaining
we've
about.
sorted it.
Babe, she's 9.
Yeah, we've sorted it. All right. Yeah, but it was, a colloquial use
Yeah.
of the word, mate.
Yeah,
it was like,
calling her a baby.
just chill out,
Yeah.
She's like, oh.
I think that's when we did the segment "Sounds True Science."
Yeah. That's honestly one of my favorite segments where we would just theorize about shit that sounded true, so we believed it.
Yeah, and then everyone would rip us in the comments.
Yes. Yeah. And then they were like,
times.
oh, actually, this is how it works. It's like, oh, you've misunderstood the entire segment. Well done.
And this
Congratulations. You don't get
Last
it.
one, I had to think about it for a good 30 seconds of
Yeah.
what this was about.
Okay.
A message from the Tiger King. Because
That was
I remember
Mike
that.
Goldman sent us a cameo, or someone bought a cameo of Mike Goldman pretending to be who's
He
the guy?
started a whole new Cameo account as a Tiger King impersonator,
Yeah.
and we bought one from him.
That was it.
Is that account still there? If so, can we buy another one, please? You know what I thought
Surely
about?
that's redundant. Surely he's like closed that off and
He's still making Tiger King impressions.
If we bought one now, you know he would get the notification and go, fuck, I've got to find the hat and the mustache. Where's that? Where did I put that? You know what I've always thought would be really funny to like, a really funny way to name a podcast? I thought this ages ago and it made me laugh so much alone in my room. I was just uploading something and it said like, name your episode. And I just love the idea of what if I just called it George? Like you just gave it a name.
Hang on.
yeah. Oh. That's
know?
another segment we were thinking of bringing back today, but I didn't have anything for it.
I had one.
Should we?
Thoughts.
I've got a thought. Should we bring back the thoughts segment?
Thinking, leaning towards no.
I think we're in it.
I've got a
Oh,
thought.
it just started. Oh shit!
I've got a thought.
Democracy
called-
is dead. I
What if we
voted no.
called? What if we called the episode George?
I think in order for algorithmic engagement
Mm.
and relatability, we should look up what the most popular name in the world is. So we should call it
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Maybe we should call this episode Muhammad.
We can have a thumbnail. It's just a picture of him. We've drawn.
Yes.
Is that a good idea?
I was laughing.
Hang
at
on.
the part.
Oh,
Does that mean
of course. Here I was thinking that I told a funny joke.
this is a stupid question?
Mm.
But I guess it's the perfect segment for it. It's just a thought. What's the most popular female name, and why?
Muhammad and Alina.
Does any, would you like to? Can you Google that?
What
one?
is the most popular female
You know
name?
what?
Sarah.
That's.
And also, the most popular male name is not
Oh, what is it?
I thought it was.
according to SSA. Social Security.
Can you talk into the mic?
No, the most popular name in the world is Muhammad. If you're looking at Social Security, that's just America.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Hang on. Why is this the first result?
This is why he's the intern.
I have a thought while he finds the answer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hope that thought goes for 20 minutes.
if you want to speed it, the best time of the day to do it is nighttime, because you will see the flash go off if you're caught speeding.
But then you
How
just
does that
think
help you?
Then you just find out that you've been caught.
No, because you ever
You'd rather
speed during the
find
day
out
and
before you
then
get
have
caught?
like insane anxiety for a week, thinking that you might get a
Okay,
fine.
so you're not worried about getting caught speeding. You're like, oh, I can budget now because I know a fine's coming.
Actually,
Yeah.
like I can go 130 down the East Link and know if I'm going to get a fine or not.
Yeah, right. I
Not
don't
that
know
I've ever
what
done that.
Driving is like.
It's a bit of a.
I literally cannot find one common answer. Every website has a different story.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, that's all right. Well, it's thoughts. People can sound off below what they think
It's
the most
thoughts, not
common
answers.
female name is.
Do you have any other thoughts, Luke?
No, I didn't have much. Oh, this might have been an old one I used in this segment, so maybe not. But I was going through my phone notes the other day and found maybe that's what it was. I was trying to think about why I had this in my notes because it wasn't
I've
a
got the
stand-up
answer.
premise or idea. Okay, go.
Most common female name in the world? Maria. Number one.
Interesting. Wouldn't have called it.
Maria.
Oh, most popular first names in the world.
You sure
Number
it wasn't
two?
most popular Green Day album track, dude?
Number two.
Because it shouldn't be that either.
What?
Pop Rocks and
Nushi.
Coke.
Wrong. Ew.
Nushi.
That's actually not an album track.
Nushi.
Was that a single?
Nushi. Most popular name in the
That
world.
kind of sounds like the sugar-free cakes you can get from Woolies.
Number three. Mohammed. Number five. Muhammad. Number six. Mohammed spelled slightly differently. Number 8, Mohammed. Spelled even differently. Number 9, Ahmed.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Not a lot of variety.
No, well, there's some has 2 M's, some have an A, some have a O, some
know
have
what?
a U.
Same thing with Jack, John, and James.
That's very, very true. Yeah.
Not a lot of variety in general.
Nushi, very popular name in China.
Great. So this thought, I think I may have said it before. So do I have permission to say it again?
I'll allow
Because
it.
otherwise, why was it in my notes? Because
I have a thought. Should I let Luke say his thought? I've decided yes.
Oh, hang on.
I had written down, and
We just played the entire song.
means we
That's
should
great.
probably start rewinding it up after
Yeah,
this.
two more loops and then we'll end it.
Good. I had written down. I thought that the children's TV show Bob the Builder it sets an unrealistic precedent for the work ethic of tradies, because at all times they're like, Bob the Builder, can we fix it? And they're all just like, yes, we can. When in reality, sometimes you're like, oh no, I'm not qualified, or
Yeah.
oh no, it's outside work hours, or it's I can't, I have a funeral.
Yeah, that's actually reminds
Anyway, so
me.
again, I like to think that I didn't write that down.
Surely not everything can be fixed.
Yes, and I like to think I didn't write that down, hopefully as a stand-up idea, because it definitely never made it to the stage. But
Yeah.
I think I wrote it down. It was a note from about 2018, so I think it was from the radio show version of Thoughts. I wrote that down for.
Yeah. I have just one final thought. Can we fix it?
Yes, we can. And that was Thoughts.
Wow, the last ever thought segment.
No
Incredible.
one was
What a
asking for
highlight.
it, but we all got it.
Yep.
Didn't
Similar
we?
to the admin segment. No one was asking for it, but we got
I
it
think
done.
that would be a surprising highlight, because they'll be like, look, at least you guys, you say all the time how busy you are. Good to see you finally getting some of it done. Bit tired. You literally
Yeah.
were like, all I do now is sleep for 10 hours a night, and yet you're constantly tired still.
Yeah.
How is that a thing? Oh, because you're not getting quality sleep.
It might be the chronic illness.
Yeah, but I thought you.
Yeah. No, it
You
is.
said you fixed your sleep.
Yeah, but you work up
because you're not sleeping properly.
No, you work up a sleep debt. And I've got 4 years to pay off.
Okay, so you're just still tired.
Yeah. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
But I'm still kind of. It's not perfect. If I sleep with the mask slightly fucked,
It'll
I
just-
wake up bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can't fix it.
Yeah. Give me 18 months.
Okay. No, I meant the mask when you doesn't matter.
No, not if I'm asleep.
Okay. No, but you said you wake up. It doesn't matter.
Shall we wrap up?
We can wrap up.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, thank you very much for listening to the second last episode.
No, third last.
The third
Good boy.
last episode. Some people might be astonished to hear that we've saved a lot of the good ideas for the last episode, which we'll be recording soon.
Yes.
In 10 minutes.
But at least we had Dog on Pod.
Dog on Pod 2.
Holy shit, did you just say dog on pod?
I did.
Hang on. No, I heard the same thing. Someone just said Dog on Pod. Who said it? Now they're chanting it. Dog on Pod! Dog on Pod! Wait, I don't think Black's Dog on Pod. Dog.